Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Sandy VCAL PD presents the Sports Corner Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the 2Sweet podcast, and today we're going through some news, reviews, and rumors. Before we get into the show, Brandon is back for another episode.
How you going? I'm back.
It's great to have you back on board, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And over the holidays, I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Did I go to Super Showdown? Yes, I did. I had a really good time at Super Showdown at the MCG. And a few matches were good. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander. Triple H versus The Undertaker. It was like the crowd was amazing. It was all so good. So the timetable tonight, we're going to be going through Super Showdown. We're going to be going through Raw. We're going to be going through SmackDown, the EL and B segment. Hopefully when Edan turns up. And my rumor mill. Okay, so let's get the show on the road. Match number 1, Super Showdown, baby. The New Day versus the Bar. Now, I enjoyed this match. It was a good opening match. And, yeah, it was a 9-minute and 38-second match. The New Day won. And just being among, 70,000 people, it was just a fun night for me. I couldn't get over how fun it was to be at the MCG with 70,000 people.
Did anyone dress up and come in masks and stuff?
Yeah, there were a few people coming up in face paint, Sting face paint, and with their face paint, they're pretty good.
Was there a lot of coarse language in the audience chanting?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of coarse language.
Yeah, I thought so. I went to. You probably didn't know this. I think it was a Raw or something. I know it was a few years ago. I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. So I went to wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And there was this guy called Gold something.
Goldberg.
I don't know. And the crowd was chanting that he was a. Yeah.
No, it's okay to say it on the podcast.
Oh well. They were saying Goldberg's a wanker. Like that.
Oh yeah, so chanting "You are a wanker." Yeah.
Yeah.
We were chanting that with Elias.
Oh,
and
really?
We will get to that shortly.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next match. Oh wait, I gotta rate the New Day and the Bar. That's a 3-star for me. It was a good match. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. The match was fine, but the ending of that was just disgusting. I was fine with the disqualification, but Becky Lynch walking out with the title that, Becky Lynch shouldn't even be a heel. He's here, boy!
Hello, everyone.
Welcome aboard, Edan. All right, so here's a late appearance.
Don't close that door. Close the. No.
No, don't close the door.
Other door. Good job, Edan. We're proud of you.
All right. So Edan is back for Edan is here for a late appearance. Now, Edan, I just started reviewing Super Showdown. I went through the Bar and the New Day. So yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Well, what's your rating?
On that match, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, it was a fine match to open up the show. I'm now at Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch.
It was not that good of a match, guys.
Though it was fine. Though Becky Lynch, I didn't like how she was walking out with the title.
Yeah.
So 2.75?
I reckon it's 2 for me.
All right. Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus Elias and Kevin Owens.
Do we care?
No! Though Elias and Kevin Owens, So, Elias and Kevin Owens. Before this match, I absolutely love how they just talked about Collingwood choking the grand finals. I absolutely laughed at that. And we were chanting West Coast West Coast and all that stuff.
I'm actually extremely happy West Coast won.
Yeah, I didn't
I was going for West Coast.
I didn't like West Coast. I didn't like Collingwood to begin with. Sorry.
Neither.
Though, yeah. So back on topic. John Cena was disappointing. Like he came in doing 7 moves and then finished off Alliance with some sort of punch. What is it? Super Smash Brothers? It's like what the hell?
There's a ghost in here, mate.
5 move John. That's what I call him.
5 move John. That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Though I'd say 2.5. At 2.5.
By the way, guys, once Leigh starts reviewing Raw, I'll have to go to a toilet break, but that's all right.
And I'm gonna have a massive rant on Raw. So, anyways, the tag team match at 2.5. I didn't like John Cena, though Elias and Kevin Owens were good. The Iconics versus Asuka and Naomi. Do we care? No.
I do a little bit.
All right. Now with the Iconics, I was rooting for them since they are Aussie girls, and Naomi's entrance when it was dark, like it was like amazing. I sort of felt the glow there. Like I didn't mind the lighting. I didn't mind the lighting for it.
So Leigh, I had to ask. Sorry, I don't care about this match. I have to ask one question. Since you were there,
Yeah.
how sick was Undertaker's entrance? Because I've never witnessed the Undertaker.
It was glorious, my brother. It was more glorious than Bobby Roode as a babyface. But
because my dream is to witness an Undertaker.
An Undertaker entrance. Yeah, I've witnessed it twice. Once at a live event in 2008, and just last week. And I enjoyed the Undertaker's entrance. I enjoyed it so much. All right, so back on topic with the Iconics versus Asuka and Naomi. I didn't care about the match. I was glad that the Australian girls won, and I was also glad that Naomi was the one that got the pin, not Asuka.
Yeah, obviously.
But I must say, they are killing Asuka even further with this.
Yep.
They are killing. I swear to Christ, this is going to be the future for future NXT.
We
Raw.
need an Asuka heel turn.
And we need Asuka for Evolution. She's not booked for Evolution. I don't know.
Really?
Yes, she's not booked for Evolution. I really don't know why. Though, anyways, the next match, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
Oh, baby.
Now, it was an all-right match, though it was sort of an underwhelming match when they were in the ring. Though I was glad it was a no disqualification match because they were smashing each other with chairs and all that shit. Like, I enjoyed it. And this should have been Samoa Joe's match. He should have been the World Heavyweight Champion. Imagine Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan.
Imagine AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan.
Which is happening at Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
yes.
which is even a better match in my opinion. But Samoa Joe, I don't think WWE should change titles
Yet?
in Super Showdown. They did it with obviously Buddy Murphy because he's an Aussie. But man, AJ Styles is their top guy. I'm sorry, it's not Roman, it's AJ. They would have put Roman on the cover, wouldn't they?
They would, yes.
Put the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, on the cover. They want to keep him as a champion.
Like, who wouldn't have AJ Styles on the cover of a
If
video
Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship, I will be disappointed. I don't want him to win. I think he should go to Raw. And I think it should be a heel Roman versus a face Bryan. And then that's how you can get Bryan over with the fans again.
I'm actually picturing Daniel Bryan on Raw. Because think about it. You would have Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, my God.
A brilliant match. Or Daniel Bryan versus Drew McIntyre.
Or Daniel Bryan versus Elias.
Oh, that'd be a really good
Or
one.
Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn.
Yes. All right. So Styles won the match. It's a 3.5. It's a 3.5 for me. Edan, your rating?
On what?
Styles and Joe.
2.5. Wasn't that good of a match.
All right, then. The Riot Squad versus the Bellas and Ronda Rousey.
Do we care?
Hell
No. No. We don't care.
Not at all.
No. We don't care about.
Smiley Ronda Rousey.
And Brie, what the hell was with that match? Like, it was just all Bellas and little Ronda Rousey. Like, what? It was basically the same thing with John Cena. Like, if it was just 2 minutes with John Cena, 7 moves, and then the match just ended. And this is the same thing here. Ronda Rousey does a couple of moves and just, that's it.
Yep.
That's it, nothing else. Though, it doesn't get anything. The best match. Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander.
4.5 already off the bat.
Yeah, off the bat, it's a 4.5 for me. Because I
Wow.
was mind blown. This shows you why you should tune in 205 Live. This shows you why you should tune into 205 Live.
This shows you why 205 Live
Is the next NXT.
Yep. NXT, guys, has proven why they are the best show. And now 205 Live is coming up the shadows. And Drake Maverick is doing a good job.
Yep. All right.
I don't like how he's with the Authors of Pain. Or
Yeah, I don't like it.
AOP, whatever they want to call them now.
Yeah, I don't either. But Drake Maverick is doing a really good job with the cruiserweights, and with this match, this was the best match with the cruiserweights.
What did they used to call Rusev? Alexander Rusev, yeah?
What did they call Alexander Rusev? The Bulgarian Brute?
Yeah, Alexander Rusev. It used to be just Alexander Rusev. Now it's just Rusev.
I don't know why Rusev was brought up, but yeah.
No, I have
No,
to say, I said it because of AOP.
All
Authors
right.
of- they always change names.
Yeah,
Every
they try to shorten the names. Like, I get where you're going with this.
I don't like how it's AOP. It should just be Authors of Pain.
Yeah. Though, anyways, back on point with Super Showdown. The Cruiserweight title match gets a 4.5. The Shield versus the Dogs of War. And I hate that name so
The
much.
Dogs of what?
The Dogs of War.
Okay, let me just say this. Anyways, the Dogs of War, they're going to not be a faction for a while. You can tell Drew McIntyre wants to freaking turn face. You can tell Dolph Ziggler is going to drift away from them. And you can tell Braun Strowman is not happy with them. And as well, Dean Ambrose looks like he's going to turn heel.
They should have just done it then and there.
I know.
They should have just done it then and there.
But I don't think the way they should turn Dean Ambrose heel is not by the same way Rollins did it. I don't think he should stab them in the back. I just think he should just do a surprise attack and have a new faction.
That's a good idea, yeah. Though with this match, I was all right with it. It was a nice match.
3.5.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 as well. But the highlight of it was Roman not getting the pin. Like, not going for the pin. Like, it was Dean Ambrose getting the pin on, who was it? Dolph Ziggler or Drew McIntyre was it?
I think it was Dolph, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You were there, you would have known.
Yeah.
It was that bad you forgot about everything, didn't you?
Well, I was just like too excited I forgot it all. Almost forgot it all. Though anyways, I enjoyed the Shield versus the Dogs of War. Change the name or just break up the trio. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. It was a 2-minute match and
Boring.
boring.
We don't care. Next match.
All right. Triple H versus The Undertaker.
Alright, now let me say this. I don't care about this match. It was an okay match. Everyone said it was the match of the night. I don't know why.
Which the match of the night belongs to Murphy and Alexander.
Yep. I don't
Though
care.
I enjoyed the match.
You obviously did. You were there. I didn't enjoy them. I didn't even watch Super Showdown because I know it was going to be bad. I knew it had a bad card. I did watch Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy, though. That was amazing. But this match, simply because the writers are saying it's a good match, I'll give it a 3 because it wasn't my favorite. You know what? I'll give it a 3.5. I'll jump it up to a 3.5. Triple H showed why he is the cerebral assassin, and Kane and The Undertaker.
Kane was useless that match.
Yeah. But I think Kane and The Undertaker should be a tag team and turn heel.
That's a nice idea.
And I can't believe they're bringing back DX.
Yes. And now we're gonna be going over Raw. That match gets a 4 in
Alright.
my opinion.
Before we start,
Guys.
Oh, hold on.
yeah, go,
I've got
Brandon.
to add something to
Brandon,
this.
go on.
This is unrelated to WWE,
Yeah.
but it's related to fitness. Should I upload more videos to Instagram?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is nothing to do with the WWE, but guys, it's Habib time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Conor McGregor got mauled, as I said he would, and I was right. As usual, I'm always right. No,
You
I'm
were
joking.
right.
I'm not always
And
right, but
Habib just jumped over the cage and just bashed up
Dylan Dennis.
yeah, Dylan Dennis. Like that was crazy.
I don't.
Yeah. Guys, Leigh's gonna review Raw for you guys. I just need to go to the restroom. I will be back.
Hopefully.
Are
for
we talking
SmackDown.
about the
Hopefully
Conor
for
and
SmackDown.
Khabib? Are we gonna talk about it and get into detail, or are you saving that for another podcast?
I will get into detail soon, but
Okay.
right now I need to go toilet.
That's
but
right.
guys, Leigh, enjoy the best show ever.
Enjoy the best show, he said. Enjoy the best show on how it got the lowest rating in its history? How can someone enjoy this show? By God, this was just beyond terrible. All right, let's get into it. So the show opened up with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and there was an article on Cage Side Seats, in which I'm hoping to go over. And they want to challenge The Undertaker and Kane at Crown Jewel in a tag team match, reforming D-Generation X. Now, I'm going to give this segment a pass because this was part of my childhood. DX and Brothers of Destruction, they've always been my childhood. Like, I enjoyed The Undertaker and Kane as a tag team. I enjoyed DX as a tag team. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm sure you've enjoyed DX as well, Brandon.
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
Very
that's
much. Very much so.
all right. That's good. All right. So after DX announced their match, they announced John Cena for this WWE World Cup tournament that's gonna be happening in Crown Jewel as well. A one-night tournament. They should have just announced it as a King of the Ring. They should have just announced it as a King of the Ring for this pay-per-view or something. I have no idea what's going through them. So anyways, they announced John Cena for the pay-per-view without a qualifying match. And then that dummy Michael Cole says that just after the DX segment, this is a, I don't know, pay-per-view worthy Raw? A main event worthy Raw? I think next to Byron Saxton, he's the biggest idiot walking through this company right now.
I agree. Very much so. Hate that guy.
I almost hate every single commentator
I
in
could
this
beat him up.
company.
I should beat him up. I should. No, I don't like him.
Brandon
He's
versus
mean.
Michael Cole. I'm calling it right now.
All right, let's go.
Put your dukes up. We're going to go 30 style if you want. Yeah, I swear to God, Brandon would knock out Michael Cole with one punch.
Extreme Rules match, mate.
Yeah, chair shot Michael Cole.
Chair shot.
Put it through a table. Put it through a ladder.
I'll put him through a brick wall.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a violent person.
Those still, I reckon you would beat Michael Cole up. I
Yeah.
reckon you would.
It's not that hard.
Yep. Oh, anyways, let's continue on. Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens. Now, Leah Rush was on the microphone talking throughout this entire match, hyping up Lashley, and then a double turn happened. Bobby Lashley turning into a heel, and Kevin Owens turning into a baby face. Now, I'm not sure where Kevin Owens is going to go as a baby face or where Bobby Lashley is going to go as a heel, but I reckon he's going to be the dominator from the TNA days. But this isn't going to change the fact that Bobby Lashley is one of the most boring persons in the roster right now. And then later on, Lashley and Rush were insulting Bayley and Balor backstage during their interview. Why? Who cares? The rematch between Smiley, Rousey, and the Bellas versus the Riot Squad. I was thinking of asking, do we care? But I think the real question is, why should we care? Why should we care about this rematch? We shouldn't. It's basically the same thing, only with Ruby Riott getting tapped out, aside from her lackeys. Rousey tapped up Ruby Riott with an armbar, and then after the match, the Bellas turned on Ronda Rousey, and then set up a women's title match with Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title.
Ridiculous.
Wow! How exciting does that sound? Unbelievable. Next, Balor and Bayley versus Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal. I think, again, why should we care? Who does care about this tag team match? No one. No one cares about Bayley and Balor versus Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal.
If I'm being honest, I like Bayley though.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Though this isn't the Bayley that you knew from NXT, Brandon. Just a heads up.
But it's Bayley.
Trust me, you have no idea what Bayley is about.
I like her a lot.
It's okay to say it on the mic if you want.
Yeah, but I respect women. So.
You almost sound like Xavier, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it.
Oh no, I feel like, I don't know, Bayley's always been my favorite female wrestler. Always. I like her style. She looks like she's colourful. Wears a lot of colours. Colourful. Like her. She's great.
Okay. Again, it's okay to say on the mic.
No, I respect women.
Though this match was to promote the mixed match challenge. Who really cares about the mixed match challenge? It's just nothing but a tag team round robin. Next, a World Cup Tournament Battle Royal. This was set up by Corporate Corbin, and some dudes came up in some weird, wacky costumes. What is this? What even is this? It's like, I don't even want to go through this show anymore. Like, this is just pure stupidity at its finest. Like, I don't know what's going through these people. Who thinks that this is quality wrestling?
Me. I'm just kidding. I don't rate it. I don't think it's quality. I feel like 2004 to like 2008 is the best memories I have of wrestling. Probably. That's like, for me, that's what I used to watch when I was younger. It was great.
Yeah, 2004 to 2008, there were great moments. Though I think with 2018, they're putting off shit moments. Shit moments like this. Though, Kurt Angle was dressed up as a conquistador and was laying back throughout the rest of the match, letting Corporate Corbin eliminate those other 8 doofuses. And then Kurt Angle doing his whole German suplexes thing, the Angle Slam, eliminating Corbin. And now he's in the WWE World Cup. Who cares?
Not me.
Ember Moon versus Nia Jax.
Do we care?
Hell no.
Two baby faces fighting each other for no reason.
I don't even know why they had this match booked for Raw. And you people want to know why they're having bad ratings? It's because of matches like these. And then the next match, the same example. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode versus the Ascension. Again, why should we care? We shouldn't. This is the 5th match they booked with these 4 superstars. Turn Bobby Roode heel, for the love of God. Oh, far out, mates. After the match, the AOP bashed up both teams. I don't really care anymore. Paul Heyman cut a promo about Brock Lesnar winning a crown jewel.
And we don't care.
Yep. And this is not a prediction, Paul. This is a spoiler. Roman is winning. As much as we hate him, he's winning the triple threat match at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
Damn straight.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. You're always a part of this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Another rematch between the Dogs of War and the Shield.
Do we care?
I think the real question is, again, why should we care?
Yeah.
This whole show is a why should we care?
Yeah.
Yep.
Christ almighty, how it was terrible. Worse than that Raw that had the Bobby Lashley sisters and Sami Zayn segment. Worse than that food fight. God.
Let me talk about this, guys.
Go on. I'm pissed off. I have a headache about it.
Dean Ambrose is showing heel tensions. And, like, you can also see Drew McIntyre trying to turn face. Braun Strowman's getting frustrated at the Dogs of War, whatever the dumb name is.
Yeah, that's their dumb name, the Dogs of War, which is a shit name, I might add. Again.
Yeah.
Watch your profanity.
No, it's okay. Well, shit is allowed on this podcast, but
Shit is allowed?
yeah, but we can't use the F word. We can't
Not
use
the F word?
Yeah, we can't.
What about the
use
B word?
Nah.
Not only shit.
Nah.
Shit.
Nah, bro. So, anyways, Edan, back to your
So, guys, I just wanted to add, hurry up and put the Universal Champion on the Chosen One,
Drew McIntyre.
There are rumors, guys, that you know how Roman is the top guy, yeah?
Yeah, in which we don't believe.
You know how John Cena was the top guy?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, guys, they're going to make Drew McIntyre the Randy Orton. I've been getting told that Drew McIntyre is the second guy option, so practically the Randy Orton.
They better do it.
Yeah, they
They better do it.
Oh my god, the Claymore is the best finisher ever. I love it. I love everything about Drew McIntyre. But guys, now we get to the not
Well,
good.
not terrible, but a
Decent.
decent enough SmackDown.
Yep. So guys, I'm gonna be reviewing SmackDown.
You going ahead, because I barely have any energy to go through
Destroy
SmackDown.
it right now.
WWE SmackDown, 10th of October, 2018. Number 1, SmackDown Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch.
By the way, I must say that I liked how they just went ahead and do the match right now.
Ended in a double countout. Charlotte and Becky Lynch brawled on the outside and couldn't make it into the ring by the referee's count of 10.
And then they announced the last woman standing
Yeah.
match at Evolution.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, no one should care. No one should care about this last women's standing match at Evolution. Evolution is not even worth reviewing at this point.
Now, guys, Leigh, before you say anything, I am very, very, very angry with the result on the second match. Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe. Are you kidding me?
You're not alone. Like, ending it out on a referee stoppage.
Hey, at least it doesn't make Samoa Joe look bad, but still, Jeff Hardy, man, he's really good, but I think he just needs to go to Raw. But anyways, WWE World Cup Tournament qualifying match. Jeff Hardy defeated Samoa Joe via referee stoppage. Hardy attacked Joe's knee, and the referee called for the bell when Joe couldn't make it.
And
to
I
his
reckon
feet.
Joe's going to be going on surgery or something. I don't know.
WWE hyped Evolution's return at SmackDown 1000 next week.
And that and Rey Mysterio's return is
Yeah.
the only hyped thing that's going to be going
I
on.
hope
next week.
Batista returns full time, but we'll see.
Yeah, only time will tell next week.
Yeah, we've already gone through Paige announcing Charlotte and Becky Lynch in the last women's standing match at
Who
WWE
cares?
Evolution. We don't care. The Miz tried to turn Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles against each other to no avail. Miz then said he will fight the winner of their Crown Jewel title match. Does he deserve it? No.
No.
He does not deserve it. I do like the Miz.
But he doesn't deserve the world heavyweight
Move
title.
McIntyre to SmackDown. Have him conquer Styles and have a face McIntyre rival with a heel Samoa Joe.
That'd be the most godlike rivalry in history of wrestling.
Yep. Aiden English. By the way, guys, this is one of my favorite feuds right now. Aiden English and Rusev. I don't like how Lana's in it. And I don't like how Aiden English is using some like dumb video thing. But
Yeah,
anyways, Aiden English gave the director's cut of One Night in Milwaukee, showing just a bit more of the video from last week. English called out Rusev and said he will destroy the video if Rusev reunites Rusev Day. Lana said English had been hacked and she demanded the rest of the video be played, showing him coming onto Lana and her stopping his advances. English said the offer still stands and when Lana gets tired of Rusev Day, come get some Aiden night. English escaped Rusev's attempt attack.
And by the way, last week's segment with the night of Milwaukee, with Lana saying "I want you," that just made me think. That made me think this happened.
Yeah, well, guys, it's obviously edited. It's obviously Lana. It's obviously not.
Just complimenting on how Aiden English was nice to Rusev and Lana.
Wait a second, guys.
What is it?
I have a good fantasy booking.
All right.
Aiden English and Lana turn on Rusev.
God damn, brother.
Wow. And make Rusev turn face. Well, he's already face, but...
Well, he's already faced, yeah. And make Lana the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, with Lana turning heel, maybe she could smack Rusev and then have her make out with Aiden English.
I would not want that to happen because
But think about it, that would work.
Yeah, it would. WWE hyped Rey Mysterio's return for next week at SmackDown 1000 before prompting...
And his match is with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep, we already know he's going to win that.
Yeah, it's going to be Rey Mysterio. But I just wanted to say, what a match that would be.
Mm-hmm. For free, though.
No,
Horrible.
yeah, it's a pay-per-view worthy match. I don't know why they booked this for free.
WWE World Cup Tournament qualifying match. Randy Orton defeated Big Show. Do we care?
No.
Via pinfall, Orton hit the RKO on Big Show for the victory. Now that concludes SmackDown. Very simple show. And now we get to... Let's talk about Bobby Lashley for a second.
All right. I was thinking about talking about DX since
No one cares, though.
there was an article saying that this DX reunion's pretty sad.
I think Triple H could turn heel on him, man.
Oh, right.
Again.
Breaking a Shawn Michaels and Triple H feud once more. That'd be really good.
I think the last match between Shawn Michaels should be with Triple H, not Undertaker.
Though I would like a Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I think it should be Triple H versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
A no-holds-barred match. Imagine that happening.
Crazy.
That'd be really good.
One of my favorite matches between them was the Last Man Standing match at Royal Rumble, I think.
Yeah, I think it was at Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And how bad was that Scott Steiner Triple H match at the Royal Rumble?
God, don't get me started on that. Though, as big as a feud that sounds, it did result in a very bad way. Alright, so, Edan, let's talk about Bobby Lashley. As much as boring as he is.
As boring as Lashley is, when he's heel, he is good. Now that's it. That's all I gotta say. He is showing heel tensions. I think they've already done the turn. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out next week on Raw. When no one really cares about Raw, but still. We will find out next week on Raw if Bobby Lashley has turned heel. But we will see what happens with this feud. And I do think Kevin Owens should be pushed.
He should be.
What moves, amazing athleticism he did. Oh my God, 2 days ago. those moves that he was doing on Lashley was amazing. But anyways, Leigh, anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing much really. I just wanted to get to DX. Like, I want to talk about what they're going to be doing after they're finished in Saudi Arabia with the Brothers of Destruction.
Guys, I don't even care about
Yeah, no,
that.
no one cares about Crown Jewel. That sounds like Great Balls of Fire 2.0
Mm-hmm.
with an even shittier name. Though, anyways, I reckon after DX is finished with the Brothers of Destruction, Shawn Michaels will go after The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Both Michaels and Undertaker appear at the Royal Rumble in Phoenix, Arizona. They have a stare down, and Michaels eliminates The Undertaker and the next night on Raw, hey, let's have a third match at WrestleMania 35. Let's do it. That'd be really good. All right. Now I did say that there was an article up on Cage Side Seats with Cage Side Seats talking about how DX's reunion is pretty sad, and yeah, I've got it right here. All right. Now I'm gonna read a third of this. I hope you don't mind, Edan.
Yeah.
Okay. So this article was made by Gino Roscoe, I think his name was. All right. So Triple H and Shawn Michaels made it official on this week's episode of Raw. Not only will Shawn Michaels be coming out of retirement to wrestle at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia on November the 2nd, he will do it alongside his best friend Triple H as D-Generation X. It seems likely that this was requested. These are bought shows, remember, and reports indicate that Saudis asked for wrestlers they recognize from the early to late 90s for the first event back in April. Even for some wrestlers who have been dead for many years. Like Owen Hart, for example. He was from the 90s and suddenly he died. God bless his soul, Owen Hart. All right, continuing on. It would be a surprise to learn that's why we're getting DX versus Brothers of Destruction tag team match for some reason, and for that reason and reason alone. Considering the kind of money that they're getting, may be worth it. I don't know. What I do know is D-Generation X does not work in 2018, and this actually is actually pretty damn sad. And Gino isn't wrong. DX does not work in 2018. And it is pretty damn sad how Raw was bringing in some old-timers like
It's pretty sad. Sorry, Leigh, to interrupt. It's pretty sad how Vince McMahon thinks going to the past is going to make the fans...
Yeah, bringing in Trish Stratus, bringing in Leigh, Kurt Angle, the DX.
It's not going to work, my friends.
It's all not going to work.
You got to bring in new talents.
Yeah, they got to bring in some fresh new faces. You can't rely on some old timers like we mentioned before. DX, the Brothers of Destruction, Trish Stratus, Lita. You can't rely on some of the other names like Beth Phoenix or Mick Foley or who else is there? Scott Steiner. You can't rely on all of them. All right. Now that's only a quarter of that article, and I think that'll do it for the DX reunion being pretty sad. Now, I want to get through my rumor mill. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right. Now, I have a mountain amount of rumors to go through. All right. Let's get to it. Shawn Michaels is planning on working WrestleMania 35 if all goes well with this run, according to WrestleVotes. So maybe we could get that Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker match. That'd be pretty damn good. All right. PW Insider notes that Kane is scheduled for next week's SmackDown 1000. They also say Lacey Evans, Mia Yim, Rhea Ripley, and Casey Catanzaro are booked for Evolution. Dave Meltzer mentioned on Wrestling Observer Radio that Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus Trish Stratus and Lita was always planned for Revolution, and not the singles matches that had previously been booked. So if you're gonna go with a tag team match with Bliss and James versus Stratus and Lita, you should have booked it right from the get-go. Anyways, the reason for that, apparently, is that they couldn't announce Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella yet, but needed to sell tickets to the show on a match already announced. So they revealed Trish versus Alexa, but had always intended to change it. So they knew right off the bat that Trish and Alexa would be pretty bad. I don't know what went through them to change it, but who really cares? Per WrestleTalk, there's a secret NXT UK camping, a training camp happening this week, and a new TV deal could be announced very soon. So those NXT UK tapings will be coming eventually. Vince McMahon is a big fan of Becky Lynch's recent work, says WrestlingNews.co, and has even used her as an example when telling other talent to grab the brass ring. According to Ringside News, Crown Jewel was moved because of construction at the original venue. A local source told NoDQ.com that 2 football matches were also moved for the same reason. Among the options for expanding NXT being discussed includes making it a weekly 2-hour show and lengthening takeovers. But Wrestling Observer Newsletter says nothing's been decided. I don't like a 2-hour NXT. I'm fine with NXT takeovers being 2 hours, but weekly tapings of NXT being 2 hours, that just not work. That just wouldn't work. Anyways, through their roles aren't confirmed, PW Insider says a number of NXT talents are scheduled to be alongside for Evolution. Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and MMA horsewomen Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafire. I don't know the 4 horsewomen of MMA, aside from Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. So Royal Rumble 2019 will feature an Access fan event from Friday to Sunday at Phoenix Convention Center per PW Insider. Undertaker, Kane, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels are all expected to make multiple television appearances leading up to Crown Jewel on November the 2nd. So there's going to be some more storytelling with the Brothers of Destruction and DX. We don't know how that's going to be lead. We don't know what they'll do, but hopefully it'll end up pretty good. WWE is looking to expand NXT with its added revenue, says The Observer. That could be talent, more performance centers internationally, and more international territories. In an interview with Manny Sigas, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, Triple H seemed to indicate WWE has no plans of intergender matches becoming any kind of frequent thing in WWE anytime soon. Dave Meltzer mentioned on Wrestling Observer Radio that while WWE announced an attendance of 70,309 fans at Super Showdown in the MCG, the actual attendance at Super Showdown was closer to 62,000 fans.
Liars.
Yep. Next, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Pac, also known as Neville, was courted heavily for New Japan, but feels like Dragon Gate is home, and he'll be there going forward. So Neville's going to be working with Dragon Gates. We don't know how long for, but time will tell. WWE is trying to get The Rock for SmackDown 1000
Hell yeah.
per The Observer. Now, as much as I would enjoy The Rock at SmackDown 1000, we already have enough packed for SmackDown 1000. We already have Rey Mysterio coming in. We have Evolution. We already have the SmackDown roster appearing. I really don't know what else is hold. WWE promoting the NWO reunion later this month has led more speculation. Hulk Hogan will be back on television for the company sooner rather than later. According to the Observer, Pete Dunne is currently dealing with a foot injury that isn't expected to keep him out of action. Last two rumors. The Wrestling Observer newsletter notes there's talk on an All-In 2 and even All-In 3. And Memorial and Labor Day are both being talked about with locations possible in Chicago and Southern Carolina. As successful as All-In was, make it All-In 2 and 3. I would enjoy it. Finally, PW Insider notes next year's New Year's Day episode of SmackDown Live will be a taped episode in Pittsburgh. All right, so that's it for my rumor mill.
Guys, I'm sorry, we have to cut the podcast short. There's nothing in wrestling this week. Nothing interesting. Nothing we can really talk about. Leigh, do you have anything?
Habibi.
If you guys want to talk about Khabib and
Habibi.
I don't know how you pronounce his name, but
Habibi.
whoever he is, Conor versus Conor McGregor, then going ahead.
Zingerberger.
No.
No?
Guys, I'm sorry,
He got
but that's
mauled,
for the
oh.
next MMA podcast.
This guy. You serious?
Yep.
No, unbelievable, I reckon.
Now, we still got a lot of time. There's enough time to talk about it.
Alright, fine.
Yes. I didn't even get to watch it because I was working, but I've seen highlights.
Yeah, same here. I've seen highlights. I haven't seen the
Alright,
pay-per-view,
guys.
though.
So obviously I was going for Habib.
Yeah.
So my thoughts when they were walking in, I saw Connor shook. I thought Connor was shook. I said it. I know none of you guys were at my barbecue, but all my mates can even say I was yelling at the TV saying, "You're shook, little Irish boy, you're shook," screaming at the TV. But Conor McGregor, I know why he lost. Conor McGregor was flat-footed. Conor McGregor was loaded on that left hand. He was relying on that left hand. Habib saw it. Habib was on his game plan. He stuck to his game plan. Habib stuck to his game plan. He was feinting. Conor got worried about that takedown. Then massive right hand in round 2, I believe. Dropped Conor for the first time ever in his career.
I saw that.
And Habib just mauled him throughout the whole rounds. His wrestling, his ground game is absolutely phenomenal. The way he traps his Conor's legs into that triangle is phenomenal. The way, and guys, we had our questions answered Sunday. Conor McGregor has no conditioning, no cardio, and no grappling. I don't care if he defended a couple of takedowns. He got mauled. That's it. And after the fight, now I'm going to give my opinion. No, that was not good for the sport. And no, Habib shouldn't have done that. But he did it because, and guys, this is not my words. I'm sorry. Dylan Dennis did call Habib a Muslim rat. Now, yes.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah. So that's why Habib ran over, jumped over the cage, and now
Threw his
everyone's
mask out.
saying, oh, Conor McGregor is innocent. No, he's not.
He threw a dolly at a bus.
It's not even about that. Conor McGregor jumped over the fence, and no one caught this on camera. Conor McGregor
Yeah, I
tried to
know.
jump the fence,
He threw first punch, didn't
and he threw the first
From a
punch.
different angle. And by the way, I can admit I'm a Conor fanboy, and I can admit Conor did throw the first punch, and he's an innocent himself. He's done a lot of dodgy things,
Stupid things.
and
We'll say that.
I think it's because of his like fanboys and like profile. It's like he gets away with his stuff, but if someone like Khabib does it, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and at the end of round 3, Habib's like, talk now, and Conor's like, it's business. Shut up. It's business, talking about his religion, his family, his country. Shut up, mate. Yeah, I understand. It's business. Talk about him, not anything else. Calling his manager a terrorist, which, okay, he was under a terrorist organization, which is true, but you can't just call him a terrorist rat, a backwards, all this
You're
stuff.
mad backwards.
Yeah. But Conor McGregor proved that no. Habib proved everything he said. He did everything he said. Habib is the better fighter, and I think in a rematch though, Conor will give him trouble.
Yeah, and I think like I'm not trying to make excuses for Conor, but he was away from the sport for quite a while.
Oh, I don't believe in ring rust.
That's
You
that's
don't?
like saying
I don't
like
believe in ring rust.
that's
Yeah,
like saying
I
that.
mean-
Hold on, Brennan. That's like WWE saying that they just got back from Australia. Oh, they need some time to relax.
No, but
like,
that's different. No,
It's
but
different. Like Conor was away from the sport for
yeah,
years.
like
but-
I know it's different,
2
but
years.
still, that like
ring rust is only there if you believe it's there.
Yeah, and I don't think Conor believes that either,
Yeah,
'cause he's like he's cocky. Like
it's not even that.
Cocky little
He's been training.
yeah.
Even when he was off, he was training. It's not he was just going to parties.
Of
and,
course.
you
of course.
know,
Yeah, I
like.
know what you mean.
But he lost. That's it. He got mauled,
At the end of the day, Khabib was a better fighter.
and Conor said, "I lost the match, but I won the war." No, you didn't.
what kind of bullshit is that? Honestly,
I think Conor, like, I'm not saying he wasn't himself, but from what I've seen in videos and stuff, he was obviously scared, sorry, because he wasn't as, like, it didn't look like he owned the ring. He looked, like, not terrified, but scared. I'd say scared.
You can't own the ring and I've been saying this, all these Conor fanboys, I said, Conor has never versed someone like Khabib.
Exactly.
No, not the amount of pressure, not the amount of anything. He pressures you. He makes you look like a little boy in there. He pressured Conor. Conor's never felt pressure in a fight.
Yeah.
Maybe only against Diaz, but
Yeah, I
that
was
was
gonna say Diaz.
that was a welterweight fight. You can't. That doesn't count. This is Conor in his best weight division,
Yeah.
and he got mauled. I think now it should be Tony Ferguson versus Habib. But since Habib will probably be suspended for 4 to 6 months and a $250,000 fine, I think it should be Tony Ferguson versus Conor. And I believe Conor would knock him out in the first round, but Tony Ferguson, man, he has chaos, bro. And when Tony has the chaos with him, he wins all his fights. But nothing really. Actually, yeah, and as well, I said it again. I'll say it again. Conor was flat-footed.
He was.
He was relying on that left hand too much. It's not like he was flowing with that left hand. He was standing with that left hand, and it felt like he could only use that left hand to beat him.
I saw something really dumb too. He was throwing a lot of kicks.
Oh,
When you throw a kick, that's an opportunity for Khabib to come in and take you to the ground. That's
Yes.
so dumb. Why would he do that?
but those front kicks.
I don't know.
But those front kicks, bro, okay, you gotta understand those front kicks actually take away that takedown because it's managing distance.
yeah.
He's done it against Chad Mendes, and that's how he won the fight.
Didn't he nearly lose to Chad Mendes?
Not necessarily. He got taken down and he wanted Chad Mendes to get tired. Chad Mendes only had 2 weeks' notice on that fight.
Okay.
And Conor was using that front kick to maintain distance. It was phenomenal how Conor is the best at maintaining distance. Conor is the best striker in the lightweight division. Maybe in the whole of UFC. But the distance that he can maintain and is phenomenal, and that's why I respect Conor McGregor. But
you don't like him that much.
I don't like him ever since that bus incident. But
Okay, fair enough.
but you know, he didn't do well. He didn't have a good performance, and if there was a rematch, which I don't want happening right now, I think he should. I think he needs to get one or two fights under his belt until he can verse Khabib. Then we'll see that rematch. But the UFC, they love Conor so much.
They love him so much that they just go like, screw it, let's just make the rematch right away.
Yeah. But that's my analyzing of the fight. I can't really tell you much because I'm not in the moment. You know, I can. And as well, what I saw from Khabib, guys, is that he was, you know, trading with Conor. He was getting outboxed, definitely. You could tell he was getting outboxed.
He threw a mean overhand, though,
Yeah,
didn't
he did.
Didn't knock Conor.
But he was standing and trading with Conor for a little bit, especially in that third round. And everyone said, Khabib can't stand a chance against Conor. Khabib can't stand
A
up.
lot of people saying that
Wow.
compared to Conor's left hand, he's going to be knocked like so early into
He
the
proved
fight.
the haters wrong. And guys,
I'm not even a fan of UFC, and I can tell Khabib can kick Conor's ass.
yeah, he choked him out in the fourth round. And whoever said that's stupid. He didn't choke him out. He neck cranked him in the fourth round.
Yeah.
And if guys ever say that was a choke, you are dumb. Anyways,
Dead wrong, bro.
guys, have a good night. That was a 2Sweet podcast. If you guys want more of that MMA stuff, leave it in the comments below because I will probably be doing an MMA.
Comments are disabled for the video.
Well,
Yeah.
Ben
Well,
will make it.
Then just let us know.
Ben will make it undisabled. But guys, if you do want an MMA podcast, let me know. I will have a special guest, probably Louis. Or if Brandon, if he's a little bit interested in the MMA scene,
Of course.
I could probably bring him in as well. I'll talk about the main fights, obviously, with Brandon. But when it comes to the hardcore MMA fights, I will talk.
MMA.
I will talk about that with myself and maybe Louis. But guys, take it away, please, Leigh.
2Sweet
Bullet Club for life.
Good night, folks.